Hey, what is up you guys? Nathan here, and today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be telling you guys what I learned in my sophomore spring year of college. So basically I took a lot of classes. I took my last math class, pre-calculus. I took business law, I took advertising principles, I took digital illustration, and lastly I took international marketing. So a lot of my courses are based around business, and because my major is marketing through film and media. It's a self-design major, self-design minor through the Whittier Scholars Program, which is something really cool at Whittier College. So basically, I just design all my classes around marketing through film and media. It's because I'm trying to take marketing through the film route, because that's what I best portray my message. That's how I best give you guys the information I'm trying to give you, is through a video, through editing, through just telling a story on a video. And yeah, so I'm really excited I was able to get in the Whittier Scholars Program, get accepted, and it's a great opportunity for me to just work on exactly what I know I want to work on, because this is my passion. I love marketing, I love film, I love media, and this is where I'm going to be in for a little bit because I love doing this. So basically what we're going to be talking about first is we're going to be talking about my business classes and then my art classes, what I learned, the main things I remember, because the main things I remember, I'm going to want to remember them for the rest of my life. So I'm making this video so I don't forget everything I just learned this past semester. So I hope you guys can take some knowledge out of this. I hope you guys can gain something out of this. That's what it's for, and it's also for me so I can watch in the future, so I can remember everything I learned, so everything just doesn't go to waste, because your boy does not have the best memory, but it's okay. We make it work with videos, with everything. We make it work. So let's just get right into it. So my digital illustration class, wow. That class is about using Photoshop, using Illustrator, using InDesign, and those are all programs on a computer, and it helps you make graphic designs on a computer. And what I learned in this is a lot about text and typography, about colors, about how perfect everything has to be. And we had an assignment that we had to recreate a magazine and put the words exactly the same size, and all the spaces between the words, the spaces on the bottom of the words, every single spacing, we just had to recreate on the program. And that was a really difficult assignment, but it just helped realize that every little detail means so much in a magazine, online advertisement, anything. The typography is so important. Whatever I put here, let's give you an example. This does not look good. This it just looks too cheesy. But look at this. This might look a little cleaner, and it just helps a lot. So text is really important. Don't just put a random font. Don't be skimming through them. Make sure you purposely choose your font, because it's really important. So also with color, you just have to choose colors that are not too jarring and that are not too overwhelming. You gotta choose things that work good together and complement each other. So yeah, I learned about typography, how important that was, the colors. I learned how to use Illustrator and InDesign, and those are basically, it's a lot like Photoshop, but there's different aspects to it. You can, let's say I have a picture of myself, I can make it look like I drew it, like a cartoon. It's a really cool thing in InDesign, and that's a really cool feature I hope I can use in the future. So next class is advertising principles. In this class, what we learned about is advertising. My professor was, he's an owner of his own advertising firm. I did get to see his Google advertisements, and that really helped it a lot. But other than that, it was just about getting the basic marketing vocabulary down and just learning that, because learning the vocabulary of any field you want to go in is so important. And just by knowing words and knowing vocabulary, you're going to be so much better set off than everyone else that does not know what that word means. And even if they have to search it up and do that little extra research, you still have that advantage, because you know you don't have to take up that time, search it up on Google and depend on someone else. So basically learn about different market segments. We learned about IMC, how how advertisements should work together and create synergy instead of working against each other. Learned about different types of advertisements, like influencers are the biggest ones right now, different medias, and we did a lot of case studies looking at cases of businesses that have problems in the past. And what I realized is times have changed. The way we advertise is not the same as we advertised 10 years ago. 10 years ago it was all TV, magazines, this and that. Those are good ways to go, but they're so expensive. Now we have TikTok, we have Instagram, Twitter, we have Netflix, we have every single one of those great social medias, or like something like Netflix. Those things are so much more valuable, so much more cost effective. I'm not too sure about Netflix, but Instagram, TikTok is definitely going to be the next Instagram. People are already creating their professional selves and putting themselves onto TikTok, and I feel like that's something really important that a lot of people can definitely benefit of starting right now. Start your TikTok right now. You like dancing? Make a dancing TikTok. You like cooking? Make a cooking TikTok. It's not hard to start, and I would start now before everyone hops on it, before it's way harder, before it's a lot more saturated. You wait two more months, there's gonna be 1,000 more cooking channels on there, and that's gonna be 1,000 more competitors that you could have had the advantage of starting before them. So next up is international marketing, and this class really opened up my mind of how much more audience we can actually reach outside of the US. Like, I never really thought, like, if I was gonna be a business owner, I never even thought about working globally. Well, I did, but I just didn't think about it being so hard, and just the different methods and the different ways companies actually join into different countries internationally. And so yeah, there's a lot of ideas. What we learned in this class was a lot of vocabulary, definitely a lot of methods of companies entering different countries, what the problems they had, different things that you have to be aware of culturally, and just everything you have to be aware of when you're going international. And that's a lot of things you have to be aware of, like different, let's say for example in China, they don't drink as much coffee as we do over here, like say at Starbucks. They drink tea. So if we just go over there and just try selling them all our coffee, they're gonna be like, well, I'm gonna stick with my tea. We're not gonna strive there. We have to adjust to each culture, each market, and that's really important, is adjusting to each market. Yeah, so that's really important, is just adjusting to each market and being culturally appropriate for each individual location. Alright guys, so last up is business law. This was one of my favorite classes I took in all my years of college. This class I had Professor Gold. I strongly recommend, if you guys ever have the chance to go to Whittier College, or somehow Gary Gold is a business law teacher at your school, definitely take the chance to take it with him. I learned so much in this class. I just realized how much the law has to do with every aspect of our life. Literally, there's so many things that I did not know that, like, I'm like, wow, like, really? Like, there's things like with independent contractors, employees, those are two different people. They're treated differently, they're liable for different things. So if I want to be an employee for someone, if I want to be an independent contractor, those hold different measures. I'm liable for different things. So this class was very important for me, realizing what I can and cannot do in a business law. I did have a general idea, but this is more of a laid down, and I can actually like analyze myself. And even if I did have questions, I can analyze the law. I can write it down, and I can see, am I liable for this? Is this person liable for this? Can I sue this person? Can this person sue me? And I feel like that's very important, because I don't want to get sued, and if anything, I don't want anyone taking advantage of me, anyone breaking the law. I don't want that. So if someone does wrong to me, I'm gonna have to put in the contract, the law, and do what the government does, and put in the work, use the knowledge that I learned. So I'm definitely gonna use this business law course to definitely like just navigate my way and just protect myself from not being liable from anything that I shouldn't be liable for, and also not putting myself in situations where I might be getting into trouble, because now that I'm 18, 19, I cannot be getting in trouble like I used to be. Well, I'm not saying I used to get in trouble, but I was a lot less careless now that I'm 18, and there's a lot more repercussions, a lot more damages that could happen, and I do want to prevent that. So overall, in this whole semester, I learned about business law, I learned about advertising principles, the basics about advertising, and I learned about marketing internationally. And lastly, I learned about how to graphically illustrate my message onto a computer and create art on a computer. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit something. If you guys have any questions down below, don't forget to ask. I'll answer any questions. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.